I'm actually quite happy that Permita and Corbin went home. She just be giving bad vibes sometimes. Yeah, I feel like that Kenzie was being petty, but Corbin was also trying to be petty with Kenzie. And I don't think that she's lying because her and Corbin had a lustful relationship, and so does Permita and Corbin. She's more like the mom of the relationship, anyways. This is Rain Said That. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I drop a video. And we're going to be talking about episode 29 and 30. Now, we do see that Kenzie finally had this conversation with Melanie, and I'm glad that Melanie called her out on it because we all know when Soul came to the villa, Kenzie was mad at Melanie, remember, because she wanted Corbin to herself. And she literally was talking so much crap behind Melanie's back. When she sees this, when she watches this, she's gonna know Kenzie's true faces. And I felt like Kenzie should have owned up to it because she was like, "Oh no, you were with Trinity and you were with Anaya, so I didn't feel like a friend." No, you literally said that, Melanie's not a friend of yours, and I'm going to be trying to, be friends with Soul just to spite Melanie. So no, you have not been a good friend to anybody on the show, but to herself. She wasn't even a good friend to Jen either. Jen just takes her mess. So I'm glad that Melanie called her out. I didn't really care about the tears because I feel like that she was being honest, and sometimes I feel like she was crying out of guilt instead of like, "Oh, I'm sorry." No, you literally were trying to spite her with Soul. You didn't even check on Melanie as well with the whole situation with Soul because you were mad that Corbin actually wanted to talk to Melanie, and he didn't even get to explore that connection because she wasn't even trying to explore that connection with him. Now, the whole Zach and Kata situation, I am going to give Kata her props because she was being very, very honest with TT. She was like, "Yeah, I thought it was going to be y'all that got the less votes." And I was like, "Dang, Kata," but I'm glad that she did say it because it's the honest truth. So she doesn't really understand what was going on between Zach and her. I just feel like they're just trying to do that for suspense. I don't feel like America don't like Kata and Zach. I don't think that Zach is 100%. And I would just say that because he literally was forcing the whole girlfriend situation because America didn't see them as their favorite couple. So now he wants to be like, "Oh, Kata, you're my girlfriend now." But if you wanted to do it genuinely like Bryce, I feel like you would have done it, when Bryce was going to do it because you've been with Kata, since the beginning. So yeah, and you did leave out the information about that girl going home. So it's always some suspense around him, and I really don't trust Zach too much. I mean, I barely trust Bryce, but I trust Bryce a little bit more than Zach because, like I said, I just feel like Zach is very strategic, and I do feel like he's a little bit manipulative as well. So yeah, he just gave me a little bit of red flags. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, even Bryce have grown so much. I just haven't seen a growth in Zach. I mean, I am happy that Sincere is trying to make up with Melanie. Like, you guys know how excited I was for them in the beginning, but I don't know. I just give up on this man. Like, I don't trust him. I just feel like he's a risk. Like, I have no faith in Sincere. And that's sad to say. Like, I see that she's getting a little bit of hope, but I just don't feel like she should get her hopes up. And then he's on national television talking about, "I see you as my wife and my kids." I just feel like he will say anything. Like, I don't trust anything this man says. I don't trust him at all. Like, he's so fine, yes, but on the inside, it's just like empty, fake, phony, fraud, dishonest. Like, I don't trust him. Like, I don't see how he can make it up. I mean, it's going to take some time to rebuild that trust, but I just don't have any faith in Melanie and Sincere anymore. Like, I don't feel it at all. Like, it's just too much damage for me. She could probably handle some more damage, but I can't, invest in them any longer. Now, let's get this whole situation straight with Gabe and Kenzie. Because my problem I call him Gabe, Dylan. The problem with Dylan is that he keeps complaining to everybody about Kenzie. But late at night, he wants to get booty butt cheeks when the lights are off. But you have all these trust issues, but you trust her enough to be asking for favors at night. This is why I don't trust him at all. Like, no trust with him. I think he's very manipulative and he's trying to make her feel bad for exploring. So let's take a memory lane trip when it comes to Kenzie. Kenzie was coupled up with Zach at the beginning, and Zach said he don't likes blondes. So then she was mad about that because she felt like he rejected him. And then next thing you know, here comes Gabe. He came in and Beatrice wanted Gabe to herself, and Kenzie was kind of scared to explore that fully because everybody was pushing Kenzie to Corbin when he came in. Remember, even though Melanie was interested in Corbin, they was trying to, well, let's be clear, Beatrice was trying to move Kenzie to Corbin so that she can not worry about Gabe. So basically, even though Corbin wasn't really her type, she likes the way he was pursuing her. She likes that he's very manly. She likes that he's very masculine. So when Caleb came in, she was very excited, but Caleb was too relaxed. He was just sitting down. Yeah, she didn't feel like that he cared about her because he wasn't pursuing her, and she felt like she had more passion with Corbin. So she decided to pick Corbin during the letters. Then next thing you know, Corbin switched up on her and threw her in the trash when she actually was going to explore Corbin, even though he wasn't really her type. So Corbin went out to Casa Amor and found Permita, and now she's stuck having to settle for Dylan and Gal. She did meet Dylan and Gal at the same time, but I don't think that she likes Dylan or Gal. I feel like that she picked Dylan because he was crying, and she was like, oh, well, maybe he cares about me. But honestly, he did it so she wouldn't explore her connection with Gal, and he made her feel bad for exploring. And I understand it's a double standard with exploring, but the girl has not did anything wrong because Caleb was not doing anything to pursue her. Yeah, she lied. She didn't really want to hurt his feelings, but Caleb is not a good pursuer. So he don't even count. Gabe, she didn't get to fully explore that. And she was literally wanting Corbin, and now her run was messed up. So it's not really as bad, even though she was lying. She was exploring just like Gabe. But my thing is with Dylan is that he wants to shame her for that, but then ask her for favors at night underneath the covers. So he's actually really worth trying to make her feel bad, but it's not really her fault that Corbin did throw her in the trash because she put all her eggs in one basket with him just for it to backfire. Now, I do like TT and KC together. They actually do match each other very well. I feel like that she is more of his type than Anaya. I do feel like Anaya is more on a different level than KC, and I do feel like TT and KC are like equally yoked or whatever you want to call it. But I just don't trust KC that much, only because he says one thing but his facial expression says another thing. I think that he's kind of doubtful of his chance of winning Love Island. I think that he's surprised that they kept him for so long. But again, he did have a good storyline, so he does, deserve to make it to the top, 4. Is it like the top 4? Because, there's elimination coming up today, which is Tuesday. So that means either KC could be going home, Sincere could be going home, or Kenzie. And I think Kenzie might go home because it's just Dylan messing those things up. So I do feel like they'll probably be in the top 4, KC and TT, but no further than that. No further than that. It's either he's going to go first or Sincere and Melanie's going to go first, but it might be KC because the whole situation and how he was very disrespectful to Anaya. But, I do feel like Bryce and Trinity could win. They're everything that Nicolandria tried to be. I'm just going to be honest. I don't like Nicolandria, but I do like Bryce and Trinity. They have grown so much from the first episode. I was rooting for them. I was so happy that they circled back towards each other because Bryce was like not trying to open up. And I feel like that he's actually really opened up to the relationship. He's opened himself up finally to Trinity. And she also gave him some booty butt cheeks. And I feel like they're on the up and up. I feel like they have a very strong chance to win Love Island. They have had a little bit of issues, but they have had a lot of growth. And I like these two together. I feel like they're very comfortable. I feel like they found their differences and turned them into strengths. So I'm rooting for Bryce and Trinity to win at this point. I like them over Zach and Kata. But who do you guys think is going to win Love Island? Comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.